Alrighty, hello, welcome to the second video of today, and that is going to be the full Akshan gameplay that Riot have provided to me. I'm super excited to watch this one as well because I have to say in the Gwen one, so they started sending me these gameplays when Gwen came out, and the person who's playing Gwen did not do well. Gwen was pretty not great on release, I have to admit. She ended up getting buffed and she's super decently strong right now, at least in like competitive and like all that kind of play. But at the time, it was not the best footage to be showing off to everybody. But I've kind of skimmed through this one just to get like a bit of a baseline, and I was using the footage for the video that came out like an hour ago or like earlier today that was Akshan's gameplay and ability rundown. And it is so much better. So we're going to be getting into this today. If you're really interested in looking at Akshan's abilities as well and you haven't seen it, I'll go over everything in this video as well. But there will be a card at the top right of the screen that you can click on. And if you want to subscribe, you know what, we'll just do rock, paper, scissors. I'm not going to ask you to subscribe, but we're going to do rock, paper, scissors right now. And if you lose, you have to subscribe. So on three, are you ready? 1, 2, 3, rock. Okay, if you hit scissors, you know what, if you hit rock as well, please consider subscribing. Don't consider, do it. Yeah, it's been a long night for me, but I'm still super excited. I'm not sure if he's going to be on the PBE later tonight. If you really are one of these people that wants to get their teeth stuck into the character, usually the champion appears on the PBE like a little bit later on in the day after the reveals and all the releases happen. But to give you a quick rundown on Akshan and what he does, so his passive is that every single time he auto attacks, he gets a second, kind of like Lucian passive, a second auto attack that he can cancel, and if he cancels it, he gets a boost to movement speed. If not, he gets his second attack off. It does reduce 80 damage. As well as that, if he manages to hit somebody, I think 3 times with any ability, damaging ability or not, he gets a shield. Now let's hold on here because you may actually see a fight happen. I think he's actually just going to back off. Nobody had to die. If he gets 3 attacks off, and that could be literally like one auto attack that leads into the second auto attack, and then a Q, he gets a shield, and it does like a bit extra damage to the enemy. His Q is called Avenger Rang, and you can see it right there. All he does is throw out a little boomerang. His E is Heroic Swing, which I'm just going to skip straight through because they're going in for the kill here. Okay, she misses the ball. Lee Sin misses Resonating Strike as well. There we go, a freebie. His W is called Going Rogue, and it basically allows him to be invisible or go invisible whenever he goes near terrain. And you know, I never spoke about this much in the reveal and the ability rundown, but going rogue is probably like up there as one of like the best lane ganking abilities, apart from just like Evelyn being invisible or like Twitch, like straight up invisibility. He can go go camouflaged for an indefinite amount of time. It's a short duration if you're not next to walls, but you can go camouflage for an infinite amount of time, provided that he's standing next to a wall. So, coming up lane, going through the jungle, whatever, he can be invisible the entire time that he's doing it, or he can be camouflaged the entire time he's doing it. He gets bonus movement speed if the enemy is a scoundrel. He gets bonus towards him, rather, and he also gets bonus mana regen when he is moving towards a scoundrel as well. Scoundrel is a state of being that I also want to elaborate on a little bit more from the last video as well, because I forgot to mention the pips that come up above your head. It's when you kill a teammate of Akshan's, you get like a circle above your head with a little pip, a little tiny little mark, and the amount of pips that you have above your head is how many enemies, how many like teammates of Akshan's that you've killed. Now, if Akshan within a minute or so can hunt you down and get a takedown on you, or kill you, or whatever, it will revive every single pip that is on that circle. So, pretty massive. There's some pretty juicy like revives in this game. Although I think the biggest that I see is 2. But I mean, you just gotta prepare yourself, because like front page of the League of Legends subreddit, you're just gonna be seeing Akshan 4-man revives, Akshan 3-man revives, clutch 1v5 4-man revives, all this kind of stuff. It's gonna be like kind of intense, but there's gonna be like a weird, almost like a poker mindset to it. Like a lot of like, I don't know, it's really probably quite weird to compare like League of Legends to poker, but like in the sense of like kind of trying to play your, you know, your hand a little close to your chest and make sure that you might be not giving multi-kills to like all one person, so that if that person dies, it revives the entire enemy team. Like having the kills spread out amongst an entire team, because once like Akshan actually kills somebody who is a scoundrel, everybody else's gets reset, which means that like it's actually worthwhile, if like especially late game, if you can in any way avoid it, if you're like coordinate with your team in like comms or something, or you're playing on Discord, it is actually worth, like if the enemy Akshan is super fed, to like at least try and not have every single kill be on one person, because like tragedy could strike and Akshan can run you down. And I'm still not sure how Ignite works with Akshan, like in the case of like if Akshan dies and ignites somebody and they're low HP, does he get to revive himself, or like how does that work? I don't know. I don't know if it's like a passive that only applies when he's alive. I genuinely have no idea, but I can't wait to find out all the bugs that are gonna be happening with this champion, as is tradition. His ultimate's called Comeuppance. We saw a little bit earlier on as well. Basically, he walks onto somebody for like 2.5 seconds, charges up a bunch of bullets into it, like lots of bullets come around this circle that appears in front of his gun, and he can choose to fire it early or let all the bullets charge up, and it will just fire rapid fire like 15 to 20 bullets at the enemy. But they can be blocked by minions, they can be blocked by champions, and they can be blocked by structures as well. And it does like missing health damage as well. But yeah, this is kind of the vibe that you want to go for. Like if you're seeing like ganks on bot lane, because you can see there's a trail as well that's actually leading towards I think it's Lee Sin, because he's currently a scoundrel. This is kind of like the gameplay that they're trying to encourage with Akshan. And I want to make this video, and I like to make these videos as well. Even if you mute me, it's fine. I'm not going to take it personally. But I'll be honest, I'm incredibly tired from making Akshan content. Like, look at the swings, dude. The gameplay style that they're looking for is like, you see an enemy ganking bot lane, or they see like 3 people bot, and then Akshan has got the movement speed to like maybe run down, maybe catch up, maybe like come and help clean up after a 2v3 or a 2v2 has happened. And he almost kind of wants his team to die, which is not the healthiest thing in the world, but at the very least, if he does get a kill, it will be reviving the person that died, so they presumably cannot be too mad. But he gets bonus gold as well from killing the scoundrel, and that's kind of like the vibe that he wants to go for. So here right now, oh, there's a teammate that's, you know, died. Comes in with the going rogue, manages to get the free pick. Heroic swings towards, but he bounces off of Kaisa because he bumps into her. Comeuppance starts firing. He's charged up the. I gotta say, I never quite understood what that flash was all about, but regardless, I think he probably could have used the flash there. Comeuppance, you can heroic swing during it. That being said, not sure if flashing during Comeuppance in that particular scenario was necessarily the move. But when you're heroic swinging, which is your E, you fire at, I think, every enemy. Or you're, I don't know if you prioritize like the biggest target. I'm honestly unsure how the actual mechanic works, because I mean it does say it fires at targets, but like it doesn't, you know, you don't get to quite get the feel of it until you get it in your hands. But it applies press the attack. It applies like on hit. I think, and he certainly fires a lot faster than he would normally when he's in his E, and it resets on takedown as well, so you can like fly around the map quite a lot. You may have already seen like some of this stuff. Like Maisie posted a video about Akshan. Like, I mean, at the time recording, like for like 3-4 hours ago, and this is at like 2 p.m. I'm recording this one. TFT actually got to reveal Akshan and what he looks like in game and stuff like that, which is crazy. It's pretty cool. If you haven't seen that as well, if you're interested in the TFT, you should go check out Maisie's. I'll give you a card up there as well. But yeah, like it's this is the kind of playstyle that he's gonna be looking for. The thing is as well, like with Akshan, he is super early game, kind of like Lucian. Like Lucian has got this hyper aggressive early game. He's got this hyper aggressive way that he wants to be playing, but like late game, he kind of blows. That's the way it goes. So you can see the right of the screen here, the little yellow text. That's 2 revives that we get for free. 2 revives you get for free, and there's no limit to how many people that it can bring back. Well, there is. It's 4, but still, it can happen whenever you want it. But 7-0, high Roman playstyle, and also we can have a look at the items that are our man's building here. He's got Gale Force first. He's also got mobility boots. Apparently his attack speed scaling is not great. I mean, you can see that he's like level 9 and he has 0.7 attack speed, and that is with a Gale Force, which is kind of crazy. That is like super duper low. Its range is 525 as well, I believe. But yeah, I mean, I guess it doesn't necessarily. It's not that bad that he has like low attack. I mean, like Senna's super strong. She was super strong as far as I could gauge, and she had very bad attack speed. But he's not gonna be a scaler. He's intentionally built as such that like they really do not want him having much power. Well, I say much power, much killing power, and much fire power later on. All of his power is kind of like locked up in that W passive that revives teammates and stuff like that. This Elise is actually getting out there. I do not. Never mind. Okay, Jinx didn't drop the chompers. Kind of trolling. All right. So here we are, up the entire lane. The entire lane. Akshan can just stealth all the way up it, and you know what? He can go even faster. And you know, as I say, like, he doesn't, and he's not indefinitely invisible if he's away from a wall. But it's enough that you can like move away, like you can move between walls. It's enough that like you can get from one wall to another wall without actually being revealed. I think the camouflage radius is slightly bigger, but I think like, dude, I don't know, bot lane is already like a complete mess, and we're really gonna, you know, give mid lane a champion like this that can go bot every 2 seconds. Oh no, that's gonna be interesting. I think his dives are gonna be pretty solid as well, I have to say. With him having the E reset, that being possible with tower dives, kinda spicy, yeah, kinda spicy. I think like he's really gonna be taking advantage of like control mages who like Xerath or like Orianna or like Malzahar, maybe champions that like struggle to roam that much. Granted, he gets him in a fight like that, and he's gonna get absolutely like destroyed. But like champions that really don't find a lot of value in roaming unless it gets really necessary, like champions like a Nivea, they are gonna get like ran through the ringer. Like having a Talon or something, like playing against a Talon. Like the Talon might not necessarily like win lane and like actually get a bunch of kills in the actual lane, but like the fact that he can so quickly move between lanes, like especially if there's a kill on the enemy team, the fact he can so quickly move between lanes is just absolutely like ridiculous. And like he can start his invisibility straight from base. It really doesn't matter. That's the level we're at. I mean, he's choosing to go invis here, but it quite simply does not matter. As long as you're next to that, as long as you're next to the wall, you are 100% gonna get you're 100% gonna get like your invisibility forever, right? Like as long as you're next to that wall. Come up his charge in here. Boom, boom, boom. The lock on. Nobody there to help. Coming out with the heroic swing. Reset comes down as well there. Manages to get 2 picks, although none of them are the scoundrel. Wukong is the scoundrel, and he is revealed, but he's going to try and look for this this pick up here, maybe try and revive some of his team. It's going to be like a weird one as well, because you could argue that inting is encouraged on this champion. With like, I mean, I say inting, right? It's not inting because it's, you know, it's going to be worth it. But inting in order to get like some teammates revived, because you could turn like a 1 for 2 into a 2 for 1. You know what I mean? If like, if one person dies on a team fight, like it's a 2v2 skirmish bot lane, maybe the support dies on the enemy team and the ADC gets 2 kills, but they double kill your bot lane. You can come in and you just Uno reverse card it, and now it's now you're the only one that died. Actually, no, that would be a 2. Yeah, that would be a 2 for 1. Yeah. And you're the only one that died. Your teammates get revived. I mean, they still get the gold, of course, but yeah, you can maybe pull dragons out of that, what have you. Yeah, big thing about his E though, like if you want to counter Akshan's E, get in the way of it. If you want to counter his mobility, make sure if you're playing somebody tanky, get in his face, and like do not let him actually swing. Just tank it. It'll be much better for you if you tank it, because if it's ended early, he doesn't get the big shot at the end as well. He is not able to like continue the resets as easily. Oh, pardon me. It's such a better idea. So like Gnar, or sorry, not Gnar, like Wukong is gonna want to just be in his face, even if he's not ulting, even if he's not even attacking him, because his late game power probably not that great. Granted, he has 12 kills here, so I'd argue that's pretty strong. But just get in his face, just soak a bit of damage, and it will benefit you in the long run, for sure. The cooldown on it is like not crazy long, but like it's certainly long enough. I mean, like I guess like 6-7 seconds on his Q as well, even maxed. So like it's a solid amount of time where like he's kind of left in a fight to just right click. And there's not really any point in him going like invis or what have you. So we got charging up all the shots. You know, I actually don't think he I think he probably could have killed if he charged a little bit longer. That being said, I'm not sure what the cooldown was on Wukong's clone. Right, Lee Sin, just like running it down. He's gonna go for it, isn't he? Yeah, I think because it's a takedown. Oh, that's beautiful right there. If they could get a pick on this, even if Akshan just gets the assist, I really want to make sure that it's okay. That, yeah, no, you know, no, that's fine. Nobody gets revived because the death timers aren't long enough there. So. But yeah, I really want to get some clarification on that takedown mechanic, because it just does say takedown. So even if you just like auto attack someone one time, you know, it's something to consider. And hear me out here. If it's takedown based, does that mean that redemption unironically could be a move on Akshan? Like for instance, if you're fighting bot, you don't even need to be in bot lane. You know, if you have a Pyke on your team or something, can you just get like an assist by dropping redemption for Pyke, or dropping something for Pyke, and then letting Pyke get the kill? Because it means you don't have to spread out like too much. You don't have to like give up or steal a bunch of gold. You know what I mean? You still get the gold if it was Pyke because you got an assist, but like the point still stands. I need to see visual confirmation of this one. But okay, I hate that I'm already thinking up like really terrible ideas that are most definitely not healthy. You know, he was doing some damage here despite the facts. He manages to bring back Elise, and he manages to bring back the Gnar as well. I would absolutely adore to see if it's just takedowns as well. I mean, I could probably test it as well, but still. Trying to think if there's any other abilities kind of similar to Redemption that are maybe less troll on Akshan. I'm not sure. I mean, like if your ability power, sorry, not your ability power. Like if your power in a game falls off late anyway. I mean, this person has 15 kills now. I'm not trying to say this person is, you know, not powerful. Under any circumstances, they're pretty powerful right now for sure. So yeah, it would seem like Gale Force, Collector, Infinity Edge. They have that extra bit of crit there. I mean, there's a lot of options. I mean, especially with crit, but it does look like you just want to utilize crit on him here. They did. I think they mentioned in the meeting as well that he wants to go crit. I'm trying to think of any meme builds off the top of my head, but nothing is particularly screaming at me right now. Alright, so it looks like we maybe look at. Okay, there we go. Akshan's coming in. Akshan waits for his team to die. That's not the nicest move you've ever seen, but still, he manages to get Zyra back at the very least. He's coming in. Kaisa. Dude just claps the Kaisa, but he still dies. That's what Lee Sin wants to be hit now with. You saw that his because his last shot of his E, if he casts it at the end, will do a bunch of extra damage. So like Lee Sin got on his way, got up in his grill, and like you couldn't get the extra damage out. It cancels his damage, stops him getting the final shot off. And honestly, it probably, I mean, he still died to Jinx, but it probably saved his life for sure. I think Lee Sin would have lost that engagement if he was able to get his heroic swing off the entire duration. It's a weird one. I'm trying to think about like the implications of like teleport or other spells. I'm wondering, like, is it better to have teleport when you can actually just like roam well? Because like Talon doesn't take teleport. I mean, maybe he does in like actually, he probably hasn't even played in competitive play now that I think about it. But like, I think Talon values kill pressure more than, because his roaming ability is just good, right? That was a bit in, but you know what? It's fine. He values kill pressure. You know what? He can't revive himself. That's unfortunate. I was just thinking, like, I wonder if he could revive himself. That would be overpowered. He would literally never die. He'd never be dead for longer than 10 seconds in a team fight. As long as everybody just focuses the person that killed him. But yeah, this person took teleport. I'm struggling to think if I've actually seen this person teleport the entire game. But I would wager that yeah, it's fine. But like, if you're taking Moby boots and your W gives you increased movement speed towards scoundrels, like what's the point? You're gonna be in lane like it's gonna maybe take you like 10-15 seconds, but like you're gonna be in lane very quickly. And arguably you could argue that you don't want them to be able to know where you are. So like teleporting and giving your position away is probably like actually not ideal. I don't know if I'm like, you can let me know in the comment section for sure, because like I'm genuinely like, I think that's a bad idea. I think like Akshan is just like kind of ranged Talon, and he wants Ignite because it goes a long way to guaranteeing that he can get a pick onto a scoundrel and actually revive his teammate. And I think like if that's his kit and that's his like, you know, the way he's meant to be played, then you need to lead into that with like hyper aggression and hyper like, this is what I'm building. Oh, that is super unfortunate. He got rooted. Oriana was trying to block the shots. Go on, son. That was a big swing, dude. 19 kills. Yeah, let me know what you think. I think I'm gonna probably try and run him with Ignite. War Dominates Regard came out last there as well. Yeah, I think like I think I'm gonna try and run him with Ignite. I'm not really, I mean, I barely use teleport the best of times, but this person has, you know, is probably one of the most experienced Akshans on planet Earth at the time of writing this. You know, like they play tested him a lot because that's like what their job is, but haven't really seen them use teleport like at all. Like if I skip through this, I mean we're coming to the end of this for sure, but if I skip through this at the end, I'm kind of sitting here thinking like, did they use it? Like full stop? They probably did, but yeah, I think Ignite's the way to go. Or maybe even like Ghost or something, I don't know. I would, given that like, I think Akshan's range is a little bit smaller than some other AD carries. I think actually 525 isn't too bad actually. I'm not sure. But I think you either want the sticking power from like Ghost. I mean, you could go Exhaust, I guess, if you're against an Assassin. Or Ignite, for sure. Yeah, they're kind of stomping this game. I'm kind of almost sad that the Akshan's team aren't inting, because it would be much better to see a lot more of the way that the resurrections work. Well, that actually cancels? Okay. He is well and truly sending it there. That thing there, okay. Oh my goodness, okay. That little block there that's in the base, it finally has an incredible use, and that is it can give a full 360 spin, which is kind of wild. A full 360 spin on Akshan's E. I've never seen it actually possess any use before. I can already see the comments, and to be honest, like I get it as well. I think that like before people really, you know what the best way to beat Akshan is gonna be control wards. And this is coming from somebody who never buys ward, like never. Like I do buy them, but I always forget to use them because I'm stupid and dumb and bad. But I feel like this is a champion that is gonna really, dude. The stock prices. Listen, this is not financial advice. I'm not telling you to pump a cryptocurrency here, but all I'm saying is, baby, the price of the stock prices of pink wards are gonna go through the roof, baby, through the roof, to the moon. That's it. People are gonna be forced to like play some really weird pink wards and like common roam spots for Akshan to try and deal with this lad, and I think that's like the main thing that's gonna decide. I think he's gonna be a low elo pub stomper. Dude, he's just spinning around. What do you mean? He's gonna be a low elo pub stomper. I wanted to have a quick like shifty here. Okay, he did use teleport to get back to lane. Did he use teleport to like actually gank though? No. Well, not gank, to join a fight, I suppose. Which he immediately got dragon raged away from and left. Okay. Let me just see here quickly again. Nope. For the second half of the entire game, he doesn't use it. Although, granted, he does use it at the end to push for the win. Well, regardless, that's Akshan. That's his gameplay. Hope that was like enlightening to you to some degree. It's not quite first impressions of me getting to play him, but at the very least, it's a champion that, you know, there's not much out there. So hopefully you're eating up the content and hopefully you're enjoying it. Just to see like what the champion does, not in a vacuum. Because the thing that obviously, like, the only reason I make these is because like when the video comes out about the ability reveal, it's very easy to be like, this is what his ability does in a vacuum when you hit a target dummy, essentially. But that's just not the way that the game is ever. So like, I think it's good to have an actual game to look at that you can get a bit of a gist for like what the champion does. But regardless, thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you did enjoy it. If you did, please consider leaving a like, and also subscribe if you lost rock paper scissors. Thank you. Have a great day. I'll probably be back later on my Twitch stream if he hits PBE. If not, I'll sleep. And then there'll be a third video today, if he hits PBE today, of gameplay. Of my first impressions and me trying him. And then tomorrow will be a meme build, so if you want to hit the bell, that's very appreciated. But yeah, have a good one. See you later.